file writing, something that is absolutely crucial when it comes to computing, is to be able to write our data out to file. So what about text files? Well, writing files, I would say, is simpler than reading them. The reason being, you don't parse anything, you just write, okay? But our approach is exactly the same. We open a file output stream. So we're going to have our stream running out. We now create a writer, okay? And that's going to really write to the stream. And we output the data to the file using the writer object. That's it. Now, what you need to be aware of is new lines and commas, and make sure when you're writing they're in the right spot, all right? Otherwise you can find yourself in a little bit of a sticky spot. That's when we're going with the assumption that we are outputting to a CSV formatted file. The print writer. This is something that is really important. We've got an output stream writer, and that can be used when we want to write, okay? So we want to write, and the write method, we need to give it an array of bytes that it can write out. And we must ensure that the data is copied into an array before writing, okay? Very important. Now, it's easier if you could write to a file similar to printing messages in the terminal. That would be great. And you can. You use a print writer object. And guess what? You've really been using that already, because system.out is an instance of a print writer object, okay? So writing to files can be identical to printing to the screen, which is really nice. And remember, we need to close the file after we have finished. So let's have a look here. So, some assumptions, okay? Students' marks were read in from the CSV file earlier. One line of data is being saved to a new CSV file, and commas are inserted between the fields. No spaces added. So let's have a look. We've got a whole lot of parameters that have come in. The file name, so we've got the file name, we've got an ID, we've got a name, we've got an assignment, we've got a test, exam, and an overall thing come in. That's fine. We create a file output stream object called file stream, okay, or file stream. We create ourselves a print writer object that I've called PW, and now we're in a try. And we go file stream is assigned a new file output stream, and we give it the file name that was passed in, okay? And now we say our print writer is a new print writer, and we give it our file output stream object, all right? And now we go PW print line, remember that system.out.println, we go pw.println, and we write everything out to file, and we close. That's it. We've got an exception, we've tried, and we catch just an IO exception here and print out the message. So that's writing to a CSV file. Now, I say things can be different, and you're going, well, David, how can things be different? So we explored really the long way round with working with files, because you need to get that understanding of streams and byte level data, okay? But Java does provide us with some other ways to do I/O, okay? Now, what we've done, I say this way, demonstrates how Java actually deals with file I/O. That's what we've been looking at. But what I would suggest is that you look into the documentation. Scanner you're familiar with, and Scanner you can also do file I/O with it.